AK Option Trader. Glad to have you along tonight. Um, hey, coming in the new year, I hope everybody had a great Christmas. I hope you all have a great new year. We got another short trading week this week. Not a lot of data. We had real low volume last week. I don't expect a huge pickup from that. A couple things to be watching out for. Let's see if a new president rally shows up coming in January. I'm not sure, but let's just start looking at charts to see kind of where we're at. Like I said, it was low volume last week, so you got to take everything in consideration. Something I've been looking at, we've been watching all the time, is the VIX, and as you can see right here, it has been pretty flat the last 4 days. I mean, it's in the same area, pretty much broke beneath my and closed beneath my gray square now that we've been watching. Spent 4 days in there and finally broke beneath it, which would be bullish for the market. Also, I think bullish is we've got a pretty good resistance line right here to hit for it to break through. All the indicators are bottomed out though, so this thing should be getting ready to rally up. It may stay here a day or two, but I wouldn't be surprised to see it take off. This doesn't surprise me with the low volume we had coming into the week we were having. So it looks like it should drop. If we look back here to this date here, we had kind of a similar type of consolidation going on here in the middle of an up move, and it continued up. And so you would think going down, we're having the same type of thing. It should continue down. Let's keep an eye on it. I'm going to still be watching it, see if it bops back through here. If it breaks through this, I'm going to say we're heading for an up move on here, at least to this line here. All right, let's keep on moving. We got a lot to look at tonight. I don't know if I'll be able to get it all in or not. We're going to find out here. Let me click on this here so I can see what's going down. All right, hold on. Let me pause her here. Here we go. Now we're going on here. All right, now to the Dow. Yeah, you see, you got the double lines here. We got the one trend line we were watching. It broke through this triangle, had a nice pop up, then it hit right here, and that's where we started this second downtrend line. This has formed our second angle. Played around that 3-4 times, popped down. Now it's beneath support right here, pretty decent support, and it's above some resistance here. And we could probably draw a resistance line right about here. That's in the 83.71 range, which means that I'd have to drop beneath that for us to see any strong down movement. All indicators point down, very low volume, very, very low volume. I don't expect this to pick back up to maybe about in here. All the indicators pointing down on the Dow, so it's not showing the same as the VIX. It's actually showing the opposite as the VIX. Here we got the S&P. I kind of redrew everything on here. It was getting kind of muddy, but we've got the old, got a rectangle here. This last since December 10. It's been just trading in this range right here. So it's been staying in here, staying in here. It looks like it should be poised up for an up move. It's sitting on support, should be bouncing up to the top here. So, but the indicators again are pointing down, so we're not sure what's going to happen. If it breaks through this, I think we're in for a down move. If it holds this and just keeps up this trend line, we're going to be in for a nice slow up move. So something to watch there. Let's jump on over to the NASDAQ. And the NAS is sitting on some pretty strong support. This has been doing the same thing. You can see I kind of made a trading range here, right here on the NAS. So from 1512 to 1603, it's been kind of playing around up here, down here, up here, down here. So this is holding out a support. If this line holds, we're gonna see a bounce up, probably up to this line up here, this downtrend line. If this line does not hold, if it breaks, we're gonna see a drop down. Who knows where? I mean, it could go. Who knows where? It could go all the way down into this area here, possibly. We've got both indicators trending down. We've got things heading downwards. Wouldn't be shocked at all to see this break down to the bottom side here. So, hold on, let me see here what we have next. So, as you can see, it's kind of a confused market we've got going on here. The last 3 days isn't telling us much. It's just kind of holding out in the same place here. In all honesty, I mean, I could see this bouncing, or I could see it dropping. It's just, if I look at the indicators, they're trending down, trending down. I'd have to say we're probably in for a down move on here, which is the opposite of what I'm seeing on the VIX, which doesn't surprise me though. So, let's see here what we got next. I got a couple things to look at for you. Alright, so let's start out with a couple trades here. Let's go looking. And again, a lot of them are down. That's just what I'm seeing. ABMD, this is one we pulled out. All these are going to be ones we played in the last couple months. So I just kind of pulled them up. I didn't have time to look for a whole bunch of new ones, so I just kind of looking at these. I really like the way this is kind of formed up. It's come back down, broke through the trend line, bouncing back up, hit the trend line, hit the fib line, hit the 200 moving average, and now it's starting to turn back down. So I like the way this is setting up. All indicators down, everything's pointing down. The only downside is I don't think it's going to be a huge move down. It could be 15. We might drop all the way to here, or it can continue all the way down to the bottom. But I don't think this will be a huge move, but it's definitely playable if you're able to play the options. Let's keep in the alphabet here. Let's go to Adobe, ADBE, Adobe. This is one that is kind of hanging out in a triangle type shape here, coming down, broke out once, came back in, so it closed beneath it, so that don't count. It's still in here, strong support. I wouldn't be surprised to see the thing break out either way. Wouldn't be surprised to see it bounce up off of here and break through this and take off, or to drop through this and really drop. So just wanted to watch for a breakout. No clear direction on it yet, but just wanted to keep an eye on. This is a nice one coming up here. CMTL is the ticker symbol. This has been in a massive trading range. If you look at this thing, it's been beautiful. Hopefully we're not too late getting into it. Should have figured it out about here. We could have played this up, down, up, down. Right now we're in the down, stopped at the 200. Pretty good entry point right here for downside, I believe. Play this down here to, right in this range here. So this would be at the 41, 40, 20. You want to play it safe. The 42 area would probably be a good safe exit point. This would be a nice one. Then watch for it to move back up. See if it can break through this uptrend line right here, which it did here. These are steep. It kind of flattened out this last one, so this might be petering out. Just one to watch anyway. So kind of be a fun one if you like trading ranges like that. Some people love them, and you can do that. What's nice about them, you can buy the stock and sell the stock. You don't have to do options on it, and option price has been tough to play lately. This one's hitting resistance right here, JNPR, Juniper Networks. You can see the indicators trending down. It's been real flat the last 2 weeks. It's kind of had an up move. We got a red hanging man sitting on a downtrend line. At a cross actually, so this should be poised for a down move. Wouldn't be shocked. We got decreasing volume, which last few weeks isn't going to be that big a deal. Everything's going to have a decreasing volume, so I don't know how big a deal that's going to be or how much it counts into anything. And then PMC, this is one we're still watching for this more of a down move. I think it's set up a good entry point. I don't like these big wicks here. It looks like it tried to drop and it rallied on that, but again, like I said, low volume, so I don't know that it really counts. I mean, it's pretty low volume here. Wouldn't be surprised to see this still break down to back in this level here, 1350 level, something like that. And finally, the last one we looked at, I'm still in Shield. I got hurt this last week on it, but I'm still in it. I haven't hit my stop yet. This sucker's popped right back up to the 200 moving average, hit it again for the second time. This is RMBS, blew through the 50 fib. But it's sitting right on it, so it's acting as support right now. Might be a decent entry point to hit this bad boy for a down move to 13, possibly even farther down into this range here, 1050, 1075, something like that. All right, so it's hitting the 200 moving average, getting ready for possible down move. If this holds as support, it could bounce right back up through it. So just keep an eye on it. This is one I'd be watching here. I love the indicators turning down. I love to see it overbought high like this. It's been high for a while. You can see in the past, as soon as it picks over, it comes down. So this would be one to watch. Everything's high on it, low volume, but definitely playable. Looking at the options, I mean, you got an option chains here that are moving on the puts. You got a 135, 145 bid ask. That's pretty darn good. 185, $2, not too bad in this market. Anyway, that's it for today. So this is going to be the AK Option Trader signing off, and I hope you guys trade well. Have an excellent new year. Don't forget to visit the blog, AK Option Trader.